Hey, how are you guys? How are you, everyone? How you doing? How you doing? Hello, Diane. How was your morning? Well, your afternoon. Actually, your afternoon. Hola, Alex. Hey, what's up? Hello, Patrick. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Joe Gold. Hey, Bebo. Samuel. Hello, Kevin. Hey, Chandru. Hello, Tokayo. Hey, Tokayo. I think this is a question. Are you still on the Scarface Discord? Yes. All right. Yeah. But something that I was writing on that Discord. Well, guys, I mean, most of the people here on the live streams are from that community, right? But I have a few friends and a few members of this community that they are from two other Discords that I'm a member. So I have a lot of friends. I am always sharing my ideas. My analysis. So I have a few friends on like on the Discord ecosystem. But on the Scarface Discord today, I was talking about patience. Just as you said, Tokayo, patience, and not only patience. I mean, patience comes not from like meditating and like saying a few mantras. I mean that helps. That helps. Absolutely, that helps. But patience comes from trusting, and trusting comes usually from conviction, and conviction comes from data, right? So something that I was explaining to a member was trust your levels, and the thing is that you can't trust blindly the first time, right? So you need some practice, you need to do your own levels, you need to come back later in the day and identify if your levels were accurate, or I wouldn't say accurate. I would say like if your levels made sense, right? If there was a level that actually it was used yesterday or this week or past week, or I don't know, like it was relevant, and you identify that level, and I don't know, like today you had some sort of reaction there, a bounce, a rejection, an order block, something, right? So repetition and practice, like leads to mastery. So once you start doing this stuff by yourself, alone by yourself, I mean, yes, come here, look at my charts, compare to your key levels, but do it by yourself. That's how you will get conviction on your own process, and conviction will take you to trust what you're doing, and trust will give you a lot of patience. Why? Because in this chart that I'm showing you, I actually added my trade management. All right, I added how I was trimming my position, because someone said like, oh, Neto, so you have like 136% on your whole trade, and well, guys, I'm not sure if you know, this is a screenshot of Webull, and I mean, for me it was kind of clear, but probably it's not clear for everyone. It says open P&L percentage. So this screenshot is telling you how much profit you have on whatever is left on your position. It doesn't mean that that's what I made on my whole position. That means that my contracts, my open contracts, or my runners, or whatever you want to call it, they are at that percentage, right? So then, okay, well, Neto, how are you trimming your position? How are you managing your position? Well, I today I had some time, so I added this arrows here. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how I wait for my key levels. How I start managing my position, trimming my position, so you have a better idea of how I do it. Neto, is this how I should be doing this? Absolutely not. I mean, this is how I do it. This is how it works for my strategy. This is how it works for my experience. But if you are doing something different, I mean, you need to find out the way to do it, right? You need, and that's super important. And that's why I always ask you to focus on just one or two tickers. uh this looks we're like 6 7. So you need to focus on one or two tickers, so you get to know them like the back of your hand. Like, you know exactly how it moves. You know how many points it's an average move for the day. You know how they react to earnings calls. You know how they react to news. You know how they react to a Monday, to a Wednesday, to a Friday. So you need to understand how your tickers behave. So this way you can, like, start building your edge around it, and do whatever it works for you, right? All right. So let me go back to the chat. Um, Diane, 40% winner. Great, great, great. Hello, Lilia. Hey, Max. How was your trip, Max? I hope you found everything good in Malaga. Hello, Francine, Rafa, Natalia, Shoki, Kao, Marta. Marta, thank you very much. Marta, thank you very much. Guys, thank be grateful with Marta. I was testing yesterday with her how to share the charts with the links. So if you guys came this morning and you went to the website, you find two different things. You find you found the images of the chart, that they were clearer, and you can actually like zoom in a little bit. I mean, they were better images. But also I added two links. So one link for my chart on SPY, another link for my chart on QQQ. That was a trick from Marta. We were trying to share my charts, but on a view only mode, right? So no one by accident or something move a level, and like everyone else, it was like, oh my god, that where is this level coming from, or whatever. So we found, well, Marta found a way to do it. So probably this is gonna be the way that I will be doing from starting tomorrow. I will share the images on YouTube. If you just want to come here, compare something like quick and easy, that's fine. But also I will share the website, or you can just go directly to the website, right? It's tradingperformancecoach.com/daily charts, and you will find the that day images and also the links. So if you click on one of the links, it will open the chart. It's not an interactive chart. It's like an image of the chart, but it's with it's a high resolution, like way better quality than the ones that you find on YouTube. So Marta, thank you very much again. Thank you for being here, being an active member of the community. And all right, guys. So I hope this is working good for you. All right. Omar, using the levels indicator, what does the box represent? What box? This box, like the dash box, it's the daily gap. That's the difference between previous day close and today's open. Thank you, Max. Mr. Hans, net is your pre-market high level really 664? Yes, it is. Look at the. I don't draw the pre-market high. That's what I got. What did you have? 663.39. Like maybe this one here. I don't know. I mean, it makes sense. Very close to previous week low. I don't know, brother. I mean, this is the kind of things that I just trust on technology. Hola, Felipe. Utsav, Bets Boy. Well, I don't like to talk about money, Bets Boy. That's why I'm always like sharing percentages, and I don't like to talk about P&Ls and everything because everyone has a different journey, right? I mean, I usually take like I don't know, like between $7,000 and $10,000 trades. I'm very consistent with my size. It's not about how many contracts; it's about the dollar amount. Uh, I don't like to, like, to share the P&L. I think this is my personal opinion. I think it doesn't adds up anything on the process of anyone else. I think it's way more valuable to share, like these kind of percentages because now you have a good expectation of what to do with your trade. So it doesn't matter if you are trading with $100, $1,000, $15,000, or $50,000, right? It's gonna be the same. It's the percentage is gonna be the exact same for you and for me. And again, that I don't like to share too much about money related stuff. That's why I always like share percentages. Um, Declan. I don't know what to say, brother. I mean, everyone else like use it and it was working well. Rafa, QQQ, okay. Sienna, Nicole, I took this trade too. Which one? CL shouldn't be 663.38. Like this candle here. I don't know, guys. Again, I mean, this is the kind of levels that they are with the with the uh with the tool. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Actually, both of them work, right? Like I mean, these pre-market high key level work like right here. This was an order block here, but also if you were like saying like this was the pre-market high, I mean we actually had like a nice reaction right here, right? Uh, well, I don't know. Like I think today we were lucky, and it was kind of the same thing, so it doesn't matter too much. I need to go. I need to go to Webull and take a look in my broker. But I think I had 664 because some, as you know, in my screen I have only charts, but I trade from my laptop. So I have like my screens with charts, my laptop with my broker, and uh, so I have like a small chart on my laptop. But I kind of remember that 664 was the pre-market high. I don't know. Um, all right. Hi Neto, is it okay to depend on the trader's lab levels indicator only? Like, the, how depend? Like, on like the on depending on it for drawing the key levels? I think it's. I mean, I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Even if today like we had like a mistake like this one here that I don't think it was like relevant. Um, it's like I don't know, like I don't think key levels are important to the sense, right? I like more, to watch price action instead of just the lines. But that's me. That's me. All right. So guys, today was a very typical day with huge pump, then retracement to give back everything everything in the session. I think we are actually no, we are still on the green. We are still on the green, but very close to today's open. I mean, we opened 660.80 and we are 661.80. I mean, we are $1 on the green, but after being like a few dollars on the green, well, like $7 on the green, going back to $1, it's crazy, right? So, anyways, so what I was telling you today was like a really nice trendy day, both ways. So this first opportunity here, this actually, I mean, is it good? Yeah, it's good. It's 939. Neto, will you take this? Never, never. Especially on the indices before 940. Nah. Even if it's this clear, even if it's this clear, probably if I will see this, if I was looking for calls, maybe this 941. I mean, it was the same, respecting the 5 minute opening range, kind of the same key level here. Maybe I will take this one here, just because the the distance to my 15-minute chart key levels are like relevant. And that's something else that I wanted to tell you guys. As you know, I chart on the 15-minute time frame. Why, Neto, why not the 1 hour? Neto, why not the 30 minutes? Neto, why not the 4 hour? Well, I don't know. I learned I learned that way. And now I trust a lot in my 15-minute chart key levels. So what are my 15-minute chart key levels and why they are not everything in my charts this morning? Well, the only two key levels that you won't see on my morning chart are the previous day high and low. All of the other key levels are there. But and the reason, guys, it's because I already have this tool, and I don't like to chart previous day high and low, because then I need to change them like all the time, like every day. So that's why I don't use it. But so just as a reference, guys, every time you watch my charts in the morning, remember, additional to all the lines that you watch there, you are missing previous day high and previous day low. All right, so that's the only thing it's missing, and the reason it's because I have these tools, so I don't need to draw them. All right, okay. So first thing in the morning, we had this textbook break and retest 5 minute opening range. We have a really nice push to the to our key level here. What is this key level? 663.67. I think it is. I need to clean this up. Sorry about that. Well, I think it's 663.67. Yes, it is. Okay. So that was a really nice push. What is the second opportunity here? Well, this is the break and retest of previous week low. This green line, previous week low. That's a huge liquidity level. Right? So you have this nice break and retest of this key level here, and also let's call this an order block, right? Let's call this an order block. This order block, one candle rule, whatever you want to call it. This is a break and retest of this area here. Small displacement, but I mean, you get the idea, right? What is this trade aiming? I will be aiming at least to previous day high. Look at this. It was a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade, and you didn't have any opportunity to cut it like right there. I mean, it just crossed that line like running, and you went to 665.50, right? 665.50, or maybe 666. No, not yet. But yeah, I mean, you had a small reaction here, around 666, almost 666. So this was a really nice trade, almost 1 to 4 risk reward, right? Even if you sold like on this first candle, like, oh well, I'm super scared because I don't want to give anything back. Well, I will say like everything above the previous day high, that was a good that was a good, I mean, that was a good continuation for this. So last opportunity to the upside, this order block here around 665.50, order block here around 665.50, 666, 667. 6666. So you have this nice break, displacement, retest, and I will be opening my position here right at the top of these candles. And what I will be aiming here, well, I will be aiming at least this 1 to 2 reward, or this 667. The only thing with 667, it was a 1 to 6 reward. But if you wanted, if you were looking, this thing here to be 1 to 2, well, look at this. I have something else for you. In this trade, people is asking me all the time, like, Neto, what is your risk reward? Neto, what is your risk reward? And I'm saying all the time, like, well, guys, I mean, if I'm consistently doing this, look at this trade, it was a 1 to 2.3 risk reward. But if you were saying like, okay, well, the edge, the top of the order block, it's my stop loss, it becomes a 3.5 risk reward, right? So speaking in terms of risk reward, sometimes it's a bit, I mean, it's a bit difficult, especially when you are just drawing, right? That's why I have my own rule of risk management. I usually take, when I'm taking a loss, I'm usually taking a loss around 20-25%. And but Neto, how do you know when it's 20-25%? Well, that's the power of experience. That's the power of back testing. That's the power of forward testing. That's the power of doing the same thing day after day, right? So now I don't take a trade if visually I see that the risk is just too high, because I will like to give some room to breathe to my trade. But if the risk is just too much, it can go higher than 25%, right? Like it can go to 30% negative, 35% negative. And well, that's I mean, that's not with my playbook, right? So the first thing that you need to do when trying to enter into a trade should be looking at how much you are willing to risk, not how much you are wanting to earn, right? If you are doing backwards, you have something to fix right there. All right. Okay. Lilia, you went long 952. That was a great trade. I think 952 was chasing a bit, but you had a lot of momentum, so that was fine. I'm sorry. Bebo, you had the same one, 951. The 951 was a way better entry. Good job there, Bebo. Who else? CL, you took puts. I'm gonna talk about puts in a minute. Neto, Felipe 951. That was a good one. Aniket hesitated on the upside 951 entry. Later hesitated on the downside trade as well. Same as yours for puts, 1045 entry. But did you take anything, Aniket? Or you just hesitated both ways? Neto, what do you think? 1021 entry, 1021 entry, 1021 entry. That was a good entry. That was a good entry, just didn't work. But I think that was a good entry. Like maybe something like this. I think that was a good entry. Just, I mean, just didn't work, right? But yeah, I think that was a good entry. I mean, you were chasing all this move, right? But I mean, on terms of break and retest over key levels and everything, I think that was a good entry. I think, guys, if you miss this entry here, you are late for anything. Why? Because you just reclaim previous day high. I mean, you went from 660 to 665. It was like 1% in less than 1 hour. Uh, usually SPY moves like that, right? Like 5-7 points to the upside, 5-7 points to the downside. So right now, I mean, right here, yeah, you are above previous day high, but I think this was like way late, right? I think that was super late. But in terms of okay, but that was a good break and retest of a key level. Yes, it was. All right. Yeah, it already moved so much. Okay. Uh, Bet boy, yo know it feels good to know I did right on my entry. I got 939 calls. This one here. Okay. How did you scale, Bet boy? How did you scale? All right. Well, just type in the chat. I will read in a minute. All right. So guys, okay. Uptrend was over right here. 666.50, 667. So we had our first rejection here. We tried here. What is this? Okay. So we rejected right here 667, came back to this 666.50 key level. Tried, look at this, tried, but failed. All right, so what is this? This is a lower high. What is this? This is a lower low. We tried again to reclaim this key level on the 15-minute chart, but we failed. So, okay, so we failed to create a higher high, so this is a lower high. So what is next here? What is next here? Well, exactly what you think. A lower low. So you have another, look at this. This is a retest of this previous swing low. That's a lower high. So what needs to follow here? A lower low. And that's how you play. That's how you play the trends, right? So I was looking at this, failed to create a new high. Then you came back, broke this key level 666.50, came back, retested, rejected here once, rejected here twice, and I opened my position right here, 10:30. I opened my position right here, 10:30. So I opened here. My stop loss was at the top of these two candles here, very close to my key level. I managed to stay on this trade. For being honest, I had like a really good entry. So this candle here, this 1033 candle, I mean, it went like 10% negative, 10% negative. And then when we start going down, I took my first trim right here, previous day high. I took 1/4 of my position. Okay. Then I was just waiting for market structure to do its thing, right? We came here. I took more on pre-market high. And then I took like 80% of my position on these candles here. When we hit this previous week low, I took like 80% of my position, and this was like, I don't know, like 10% my position here on 130. Well, actually, this went all the way to 140. I took 10% my position, and I took the rest of my position here. It was well inside the 100% here, but it broke in my mind. In my mind, it was like breaking this market structure. Also, I was a little bit of high on emotions here. I was like, oh well, I'm gonna let it run all the day, and I was started, like I started to think about a lot of stuff, but everything except my chart. So I was aware of that. I was aware of that. I was aware of some rejections here. I said like, oh well, maybe this is a double bottom, and now we are finally bouncing here. So on these candles here, on this candle here, this 1121, I closed my position because I said like, okay, well, it's reclaiming this swing low, and it's above all of these candles here. So yeah, probably that was the very bottom of the move. So I closed my position here, and then later in the day we had more action, right? It wasn't that much action, for being honest. But and anyways, I mean, I had like 140% on this 10% of my trade, and I had like more than 100% on these last contracts. So I really love this trade. That was super easy. That was super easy today because the market structure was so clear, and it went from one key level to the other key level, to the other key level, to the other key level, to the other key levels, right? So it was that easy and that clear that, I mean, Neto, how were you that patient? Well, I wasn't that patient. I mean, today's play was kind of easy, and that actually triggered me around here with, okay, well, I'm gonna stay on this position even if it goes to break even. It's only 10% of my trade. So I started realizing, and I was aware of me starting to think on several things except my chart. So that's another reason I decided to just close this here. So here, guys, do you think we need like explanation on this break and retest of this swing low, break and retest of this previous week low, break and retest of this well, this is below the previous week low. It's more like the break and retest of this swing low. So I think it was super easy today, right? I think it was super easy today. Francine, you took same trade, 1025, 1025 here, 1025 here. That was super good trade. That was a super good trade. Where did you exit it? Where did you exit it, Francine? How many cons? You are doing like 3 cons right now, right? Where did you manage your trade? Lilia, thank you for your feedback. According to my rules, I always wait for the confirmation candle to close. All right, and only on the next one I am entering. Is it too conservative? Well, Lilia, again, there's nothing like right or wrong here. I mean, if that works for you, that's perfectly fine. Do you remember? I've been telling you guys for a few days, maybe now weeks, that I pay for clarity. So I may have like better risk reward trades if I'm more aggressive, but I like to wait for the retest. Next candle is moving in my direction. Okay, well, I'm gonna wait one more candle. I am that conservative, just as you said, Neto, but that doesn't reflect on your trade. They are good. Well, they could be better, right? They could be better on the risk reward, but I pay for clarity. I prefer to wait for candles to actually start moving my direction. All right. So you did great. Mr. Hans, I entered 1039, 1039, 1039 here. Uh, let's say that wasn't a break and retest trade, Mr. Hans. That's more like a breakout trade, and I mean, or if if you were looking for the breakout, that was a super great trade. If you were looking for the break and retest of this key level, yes, I think you are a bit late, kind of chasing, especially if you are looking just like me, the 1 minute chart. If you are looking to the 5 minute chart, maybe it was great. But if you are looking to the 1 minute chart, just like we are, I think you were chasing a bit. Um, Declan, Neto, do you only manage on the 1 minute or do you manage trailers on the 5 minute like Tony and Jack do sometimes? Well, I'm not that patient. Tony and Jack sometimes they spend hours managing their positions. I like to be done by, I don't know, like noon. So I'm looking to the 1 minute chart. I'm looking to the 1 minute chart, but I'm always like looking at my 15-minute chart. So it's not that I'm taking decisions on the 15-minute chart, but I'm looking to the levels, right? So just as I explained, I trust a lot in my 15-minute chart key levels. So yeah, so I'm watching the 15-minute chart for planning my exits, but I'm looking to the 1 minute chart to actually manage my position. All right. Stephanie, can you discuss your key levels? Um, uh, Stephanie, I'm Mexican. I'm Latino. I can discuss for anything. It's my second nature, right? But what do you want to discuss about them? I mean, do you have a specific question about my key levels? Um, yeah, or do you just want to know where they're coming from? Oh, show how you draw them. Well, I I don't have like a. I'm I owe you guys a video of on key levels, but I mean, Stephanie, I don't remember your name around here. If you are new, welcome to this community, welcome to this family. Last week I started last week I started sharing my charts on the pre-market. Uh, Drew, come on, you fooled me. You fooled me, brother. All right. Well, I mean, so now you know. I have been sharing my charts in the pre-market. I don't have like a scientific method for this. I just go to the to relevant uh, support demand support resistance zones or supply demands areas. As you can see, I mean, I'm not aiming to anything too crazy. It's previous day highs and lows, swing highs and lows on the 15-minute chart. I don't have like a scientific method to do this. It's just like relevant points on the previous days. How many days? From yesterday to maybe 5 to 7 days, no more than that. That's the only context. I mean, I don't go back like months for my key levels. I just go back like a few days, unless it's like a very old area. But no, that's usually what I do. Okay. Aniket, I did not take anything today, Neto. Hesitated both the sides. I was expecting SPY to bounce. Okay. Well, tomorrow is gonna be a new day. Don't worry. Actually, tomorrow I expect a lot of volatility tomorrow because tonight, well, not tonight, but I mean today after market closure, it's gonna be the Nvidia earnings report. Um, Something that I like to do, and it's just to watch. I mean, I don't do anything. Uh, I like to see the chart on the 1 minute on the earnings report just to see how it moves, right? So guys, if you don't have anything to do like this afternoon, you can always do that. All right. All right. Dian, empty order book from the left side, all the green candles. So it was expected for the price to come intraday key level. Yeah, I mean, you can be expecting something. Market owes you nothing. But yeah, I mean, this happens. This happens many times, right? This happens many times when you have this vertical move. You can be expecting like, I mean, once we lost the previous day high, I knew that this was gonna be like a crazy trade, because if you reclaim previous day high and then you lose it, it's like, okay, well, you are going to square one, right? You are going to square one, and square one was like really low on the chart, like 660. So yeah, once we broke previous day high, I was expecting like a huge move, a huge move. Francine, you only had two contracts. I exited 1.5 and previous day high. That was great. I think previous day high was, yeah, 1 to 2 something. Great job, Francine. I mean, remember, we are now trying to build, how do you say, muscle memory and compound. So don't worry if you miss a lot of the move. Don't worry about that. If that was the plan, the really important thing now, it's executing according to your plan and being consistent compounding. All right. Barbara, I bought Tesla. All right, I'll go to Tesla in a minute. Dian, 1046 puts, 1046 puts, 1046. All right, that was good. That was really good. That was really good, because right here at 1046, right here, 1046, you were actually just what I said, right? Like, once you break previous day high, it's lost. It's lost. You will find, you won't find like resistance anytime soon. So yeah, that was a really nice trade. The end. Lilia, yes, it definitely help me to skip some fake outs. The confirmation candles, yes. Felipe Neto, is it worth taking a trade with just one contract if you are targeting an area of interest? Like for forward testing, Felipe? I mean, if you are testing something, yes. If you are testing something, yes. If you are like trading like that, like forever, I don't think I don't think it. I don't think it is. Anyway, there's a lot of people, and actually one of the most successful traders that I know in futures and forex, he trades 1-to-1 risk reward, and he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna open my position, and automatically he sets stop loss and take profit, and he's like 1-to-1, 1-to-1, 1-to-1. He trades different, right? Because it's futures and forex, so you can, I mean, you don't have this settle funds issue, or at least he doesn't have that issue. Uh, but he's trading 1-to-1. But again, if that's your strategy, that's fine. But if you are just testing something, I think it's also good. Uh, do you ever use the 5 minute mark structure for your entries? No, I'm only on the 1 minute. Jason, I'm newbie, having problem picking strike price, break even price. For, you know what? For example, here, Jay, uh, I took my entry right here, right? We were like 666 something. So I choose the next strike, 665. Uh, if I was taking calls, I will take 667. I always take the next strike. That That's me. That's me. Because I don't stay on the trade for too long. I'm only like a few minutes, maybe 1 hour. So it's same day expiration. Well, I do same day expiration. So I'm usually taking the next strike. All right. Are there any settings I need to edit on my IBKR? I don't know. Jay, are you in any of the Discord communities I belong? You're welcome, Francine. What's up, Neto? 1045 entry. 1045 entry. Very close to it. How do we get confidence that it can break? Well, because of this is strong. I mean, because it's like like the momentum of this move. If if you take your trade here and you see it struggling a lot on this previous day high, you close it and you wait for the break. But here you had a good move to the downside. You reacted here, came back for some liquidity, and then look at this candle here. I mean, this candle is saying, look, there's no candle wick to the upside. So sellers are strong right here, 665.50. So yeah, so I will say like, okay, well, this is going lower, and if you see rejections or bounces right here on the previous day high, you just close your position and wait for the break. But I will take this chance here after like rejecting all these many times up here. Declan Neto, if I got in that period short with only 2 cons, will my scale points be previous day high? If you enter here, yes, my first scale will be right here, previous day high, and maybe any of these pushes to the downside. Any of these pushes to the downside. Or like once you see this move here, I will like set my stop loss around here on previous day high, and like keep moving my stop loss on every push. That's what I will do. Over greaser, I bought SPY 222 and sold 267. Is that too aggressive? That's 20%. That's not aggressive at all. That's great. That's great. Hey Daniel, how are you? Simple cash. What are the settings for your indicator? I think I have the standard settings. I just changed the tags. I just changed the tags. So it's a solid line for the highs and dotted lines for the lows, and just changed like the name of the tags. But everything else is just the same. All right. So guys, that was SPY, and it's twin QQQ. Exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. I actually spent like 3 seconds doing QQQ chart because it was exactly the same thing than SPY. But if you guys took an entry on QQQ and want to share now, this is your time. Rafa, you took long QQQ 5 minute 939. It's this one here. That was a super good trade, Rafa. Anyone else took QQQ? Yeah, QQQ. Yeah, today QQQ and SPY, they were exactly the same thing. Neto, I remember you saying that you go for 1 to 3 risk reward. Does that mean you won't take a trade that's less than, or is that just your average? No, that's my average. Sometimes. I mean, I try not to take like small trades, but yeah, I don't like the 1 to 2. I think because my strategy, works really aggressive. I mean, just like today, right? Like I mean, we had one trade, 136%. That's what I mean. If I will be doing something like that, and I just told you that I usually take my stops around 20%. That means I mean, for example, this trade I ended with the whole trade with something like 75 or 80%, my complete trade. So that's a 1 to 4 risk reward, right? For the whole trade, for the whole trade. So uh so yeah, I mean, I like to take uh better risk reward trades. Okay. So no questions on QQQ because we already answered everything on SPY. AMD, well, I just draw this break and retest 5 minute opening range, but they have earnings, so nothing to talk about it. Amazon, we had this really nice textbook break and retest 5 minute opening range low, and it went all the way to 219. Yeah, 219. What about 218.50? 218.50 almost. Well, anyways, this was like a 1 to 4 risk reward rate to trade in 6 minutes. That was really nice. That was really, really nice. Anyone took Amazon today? Nvidia, no one is taking Nvidia. It's super expensive today. IV is just like crazy. But look at this. These were like break, retest, previous day high. This 184, 184.80. Break, retest, previous day high. Looks good. Break and retest of this 185.38. That's a key level on the 15-minute chart. Previous high of the day. And well, that's everything here. Tesla, I actually didn't watch anything good for Tesla other than maybe this one here, but it was just too late. Um, Anyone took Tesla or Amazon or AMD? I don't think so, right? Nvidia. And now, for you guys that are on the Scarface community, Tony took this trade here. Tony took this trade here. So he took this break and retest of this order block here. I'm not sure if he took this candle here, 1002, or if he was like something like here. Actually, probably something like this. And he was looking for 303.50. That was a 1 to 3.5. Dennis, what did you take on AMD, Dennis? Who told me that we have AMD earnings? I think it's not AMD, right? It's just Nvidia, or we do have AMD. No, I don't think so. I think it was just Nvidia. I'm kind of confused. Uh, AMD 959 calls. Oh. Ah, look at this. That was a super nice trade. So did you manage your trade something similar to this? Marta, FOMC. Well, they are the minutes, right? So it's not that important. We still have like some sort of reaction, but it's just the FOMC minutes, nothing new. Um, yeah, thank you, Max. Yeah, it's only Nvidia. Yeah, after close. Then it got out too early. Still working on it. Where did you exit? Like on this pre-market high? It was. Yeah, this was looking really good. This was really looking very good. Yes. All right. It's still a 1 to 2.3 risk reward. That's fine. Very good. All right. So we were talking about Google. Google, it's a break and retest order block right here. Uh, I'm not sure if Tony entered like here or in this candle here. Anyways, I mean, it was like a 1 to 3.5 risk reward ratio trade. And Google was kind of Google was kind of the obvious uh, trade to the upside, because on the past days, even when the markets have been uh, going lower, Google held like really well. Google held like really well. So yeah, uh, that was yeah, that was kind of, like on the first push of the indices, Google will skyrocket, right? So okay, guys, that's all I have for today. Thank you very much for joining. I have a few things to say. If you can just stay like 2 minutes. So remember, like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can, be reminded of all of the trade reviews every day. We are here Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Uh, Usually what we do is looking for opportunities with the break and retest based on the 1 minute. And also I show you a lot about my strategy, that the break retest boom. So thank you guys for being here. Also, remember, we started last week sharing my SPY and QQQ charts on the channel post right here on YouTube. I know it's kind of tricky because nobody's looking at the post on YouTube, but guys, if you can take a look to it, they are released around 9 in the morning Eastern time. So I share my charts right here on YouTube, but I also found out that it's easier and better for you guys as viewers if you go to my website. So it's tradingperformancecoach.com/daily charts. You can see there two images with a higher resolution than the ones on YouTube, and also starting today you started looking for a link to the chart. So it's not an interactive chart, but you can actually it takes you to TradingView, and you can take a look to a way better image of the chart. The website is clearer. All right. Well, thank you, Overgreaser. So yeah, I mean, guys, if you have feedback about how to keep doing this on like this, or in a better way, if you have some feedback and you have an improvement idea, please, I'm all ears for you. So let's see how we can keep adding value to this community. Thank you very much, guys. Again, if you need something, if you go to the website, I mean, maybe you can take a look to all the other content that I have. I have some information about the mentoring programs, about the coaching programs. So just take a look at tradingperformancecoach.com. If you like something, just there's several ways to contact me. There's a contact form, or you can send me an email, neto@tradingperformancecoach.com. I reply to all of your emails. I personally reply to all of your emails. So that's how close I like to be of the community members. All right. So guys, thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.